in this clip, I'm actually 8.5 months pregnant.
I'm sorry, what?
Are you serious?
I'm serious, yes.
No, that's not a shot of Hayley Atwell giving birth on set as Tom Cruise says, push, 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 off camera. No. That's her in character as Grace in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. And on Thursday's Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Hayley revealed that, well, actually, Hayley first revealed, or at least confirmed, or was forthcoming with the information that she's had a baby. In February, when The Guardian brought up the fact that she'd recently given birth, during an interview, Hayley responded, "Who said I had a baby?" she asked, giving me a look. And The Guardian reporter told her that the Daily Mail had ran photographs of her lifting a baby into a pram. Quite reasonably, that elicited a sigh from Hayley. She said this was her admitting, I guess is the word, that she had a baby, and that she was in her final trimester when she was shooting The Final Reckoning.
And I have to say, I was taken such good care of. Everyone was so supportive. And they were like, oh, you can sit down and we'll have a stunt double do it. And I was like, no, I've worked too hard, let me do it. So I did it.
8.5 months pregnant? Are you kidding me?
Like, what? So Hayley infers that having to do the scene was actually part of a reshoot.
So we came back to it a few times to add a few elements to it.
So yeah, they originally shot it, and then director Christopher McQuarrie and the editor, and probably Tom Cruise, you know, assembled that sequence and realized, yeah, it wasn't quite working and it wasn't believable, so they went back to reshoot it. And it was just Hayley's parts. And that's what I find so fascinating about this is that, you know, when you look at the final edit, it shocks me that the director, Christopher McQuarrie, wasn't able to capture what he needed in that first go-round. Because, like, when you really break it down, there's a 2.6 second sequence, let's call it, with Hayley, and then a 4.7 second sequence, and then a 6.2 second sequence, and then a 3.5 second shot where the knife is in front of her. So they had to reshoot that. I'm now beginning to understand even more and more why this movie cost $300 to $400 million, because, yeah, you had to go back and shoot that again? Okay. Now, I really looked at the shots in this to see, you know, what she was actually tasked with, being 8.5 months pregnant. And so my guesses are this shot, and it actually looks like her hair is pinned back on one side, and it's not pinned back in the other shots. And I think she's pregnant when the camera comes back to her a second time when the knife is moving towards her throat. They must have had a doctor on set. I mean, I just think, I don't know, just the handling in combat and just the intense acting of, like, yeah, knives coming towards you have to be pretty intense. And so I think physiologically, wouldn't that possibly, you know, cause her to go into labor or induce labor? And maybe the doctor thought, like, even if she does go into labor, like, the baby's fine. So, but yeah, it just seems like, isn't that a lawsuit waiting to happen if Hayley went to labor and, like, she say, you know, you forced me, or, like, you induced labor by making me work? So it just seems like a crazy, messy situation. I can't believe that they did it. Now, the other element of this that makes me almost chuckle is the fact that Hayley did get pregnant during the shoot of this. Now, Hayley kept her pregnancy very private. But yeah, from what I can gather, she probably gave birth in, like, August, early September. The Final Reckoning officially wrapped shooting in November 2024. Simon Pegg revealed he wrapped shooting in July. So yeah, that timeline matches up. Yeah, they would have been doing this reshoot in, like, yeah, maybe like July, early August. There haven't been many instances of an actress becoming pregnant during the course of a film shoot. Then it actually becomes an issue for the film because, yeah, she starts showing, because, yeah, a movie doesn't take that long to shoot normally. Like, I mean, a normal movie shoot is anywhere between 1 to 5 months. But yeah, this is no normal shoot. So Tom originally announced these two movies back-to-back, Dead Reckoning and The Final Reckoning, in January 2019. And the original release dates were July 2021 and August 2022. So Hayley signed up for two movies, and she was announced in September 2019. So yeah, she was thinking, okay, this is going to be like 3 years of my life. But then, yeah, COVID, then production delays, then they took a 4-month break in between movies, then the writer's strike. So yeah, this basically, yeah, this turned into 5.5 years of her life. She got married in 2023. She wanted to have a kid, and, like, she's 43 now. She's 41 at the time. So, like, you know, the biological clock is ticking here. So she decided, we're gonna have a baby. So yeah, when they came back in production in March 2024, she would have been pregnant. And I have a feeling it wasn't just the public that she kept this pregnancy hush-hush from until she was showing. She was probably thinking, okay, I'm still going to have a little bit of shooting, but it's not going to be anything strenuous. I don't think she was thinking, I'm going to be doing a fight scene again when I'm 8.5 months pregnant. Whew.
I was wrapped 14 times on this movie. So every time they would say, like, that's a wrap on Hayley Atwell, I'd be like, I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Yeah, I still can't believe they were that desperate to reshoot that stuff that they needed to get her to do it 8 months pregnant. Blows my mind. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Lots to think about with this.
Hayley Atwell, everybody! That's how you do it!